so the middle of our conversation, sorry. So what we're looking at is this the same type of, you said grouping.
Yeah.
Is it the same as this? And you said kind of, I'm not too sure.
Because if you see over here, you can make a one group of 8, 1, 2, 3, and 4, which is one group of 8, and the other 4 is another group of 8.
Okay.
So it's kind of similar to the strategy, because it's 4 plus 4 equals 8 plus 8 equals 16. So you have one 8 and then the other 8, which also equals 16.
Okay, but are we really grouping things when I say 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16? Am I grouping?
Not really.
What are you doing with that strategy?
You're just counting up.
You're adding.
Adding, counting. Are you multiplying? Okay, 1, 2, 3. So are we doing the same thing here? What do we think? Manru, what do you think? No? Okay, what are you thinking in your head? Okay, that's fine. I just checking in. Emil? Okay, no problem. Mandy?
You're adding, subtracting, and you're
Are we subtracting?
no,
No, we are just
adding and counting.
adding and counting. Is that the same? Are we adding and counting? When Krish said this one down here, 4 and 4, was he doing this though? I put the equal sign here, but was he doing that?
No. No.
No, he just said 4 and 4, 16.
One group.
Yeah.
And then the other group.
What about this one here? When you talk to your partner about that one, is this just an adding and counting strategy, or is this a grouping strategy?
It's multiplying because 4 plus 4 equals 8, then plus another 8 equals 16. So it's kind of like multiplying. And it's kind of like multiplying.
And 4
And you can even do look, because the 4 plus 4 is 8. Yeah.
it will be 8. So multiply 4
Yeah.
that's kind of like multiplying.
And you can also make a multiplication sentence with it, like 8 times 4 equals 16.
8 times 4 is
8 times 2.
or you can do 4 times 4.
Yeah.
That's why.
Or you can do 2 times 9.
And it's 8.
Yeah.
Okay, 1, 2, 3. What do we think about this strategy here? Is it the same as what we were talking about down here? Is it the same as what we're talking about up here? Pardon?
No.
No? Okay, what way?
Because she did it differently. She added the 4 up, and then she made A, and then she saw the leftovers, and she add together. But at the top, you plus 2 all together. And Chris, he saw 4 and 4, so he put it together, and he got 16.
Yeah, so it's kind of, would you say that it's in between the two?
Yep. Kind of.
Could we say that? I'm seeing some puzzled faces. I'm just throwing the question out. Can we say that or no? It's a combination. What would you call it? What strategy can we call this?
Addition, which you first do addition and then make a multiplication sentence of it, like 4 plus 4 plus 8 plus equals 8, then plus another 8. You can do 8 times 2, or you can do 2 times 9.
Now, why did I ended up changing this, because Vidula didn't do 8 plus 8, she ended up doing 8 times. She said something in her sentence. Do you want to say what you said here?
Yeah. So first, like, I saw 4, and then I plus another 4 and made 8. So then I saw 2 more 4s, and then, like, that made 8 too. So then 8 plus 8 is 16.
How is that wording different than what was before when Manveen just said 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16? Vidula's like, I saw 4 and 4 is 8. I saw 2 more 4s, which made 8, and 8 and 8 is 16. How is that different than saying 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2, or 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16? How is that different? Agreed?
It's different because 2 plus 2 plus 2 is going to take a long time, and also 4 plus 4 is going to be a little bit more faster.
What is Vidula starting to see that's a little bit different than what Manveen? Manveen was seeing groups. Because you said 2, right? But you were still adding. What's different with Vidula? She's kind of adding, but she's kind of not. What's different? I saw 4 and 4 is 8. 2 more 4s is another 8. So 8 and 8 is 16. What is Vidula starting to recognize? That Manveen strategy was not there yet. Not to say that it's almost there. I'm going to say the word again, and I want you to talk to your partner. Listen to the way that I'm describing it. So Manveen said, I just counted by 2s. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. Vidula, though, said, I saw 4 and another 4, which made 8. There were 2 more 4s, so that made another 8. And 8 and 8 is 16. What's the difference between the two strategies? Talk to your partners.
The difference
Talk to Chris.
You did like, you know how like there's a 4 and Matlock did 2.
You saw 2 of 8 right now. Like not 2 of 8, you saw 2 of 4 right now. You're like, if we had another 4 to it.
Okay, 1, 2, 3. What did you notice? What did you hear? What differences did you see? Or listen to? Did you find any differences, Gunnar? Yeah, what did you find?
Manny skip counting and was kind of adding.
She's kind of adding and skip counting, right? So that's similarities. What's different though between skip counting by 2s and then hearing 4 and I saw another 4 and then I saw 2 more 4s? What is Vidula starting to do that skip counting is not doing? Emil? Yeah. We're starting to see some grouping. And where did you hear that grouping?
So, like, when Vidula said she saw 4, she saw 1 4, then she saw another 4. So, she had, and then that made 8. So, and then she saw 2 more 4s, that made 8 too. So, like, 8 and 8 is 16. So, it's sort of like a group of like 4s.
Yeah, and this is what to me, the difference that I heard too, along with the same thing, it was that 4 and 4 versus 4 plus 4. You just said 4 and 4 is 8. It's like you knew your doubles, right?
Yeah.
So you're really, what Vadula was saying was 4 times 2 . 4 times 2 plus another 4 times 2 equaled to 16. She was seeing that grouping of things and started, you just didn't really articulate with the multiplying of it, but you were using your doubles, where the skip counting is not really using the multiplicating thinking, it's just using your adding thinking. So this is what we want to do. So let's go to our problem yesterday. As our game board bin is horrifically messed up in there.
What game board bin?
In our if you look through our game pieces, our boards and our games for indoor recess, they're a mess. So when I pulled out that chessboard, I said to you, how many pieces do we need to fill the whole chessboard? So I have some groups up here that I've picked to talk to us. The first group, if we can have Manvi and Gershon and Ivrit come on up and talk to us about the strategies. And I want you to think about, because I'm going to ask you, what did they do? Okay? So any one of you can start.
You can go first.
What did you start with? How did you figure it out?
First we thought there was like 64, but then we counted the black ones. We counted all of them from the black dots. Then we got 32 just for black and white.
So black and white together is 32? Okay. But remember the question asked me, how many pieces do I need to fill the board?
You need 64. You need 16 pieces and 4 black and white to fill the board.
Okay, and how did you count? What did you count by?
We counted by 2s.
Okay, so Gershon, can you show the class what do you mean by 2s? How did you count by 2s?
2, 4. We added 2 together at that time. 2, 4, 6. Those 2 were 3. So that was 1. So we got those 2 together.
Didn't make them even. So you counted?
By 2, 4, 6, 8. This was 8, but 1 was left, so we got these 2 together.
So you went 2, 4, 6, and then you took this one and this one?
Yeah.
And made 8. Then you did another 2. So 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. Is this what you did? And you got all the way up to
32, 64.
32 or 64? Sorry.
64.
64 is the final piece. Okay, thank you very much. So, can someone tell me what they did? What did they do? What did they do? Gunnar?
They counted how much back pieces there were. They found out there was 32 because they counted by 2s.
Counted by 2s. And what would you say, how did they count? What even if we want to take a look at what we did here, how do you think they, in their head, what do you think they were doing?
They were like, when they're hunting by two, they were grouping two together.
Okay, so they used some groups of two, they were grouping the twos, but then they did what? They grouped the twos together and did what? Multiply or? Yeah, right? And added together. And what method do they use? They went 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, what's that called? Skip. Okay. Good job. I have another one here. So Manroop and Navjot, when are you coming up?
So the answer was 32 pieces because like what we did was that like for like 32 plus 32 equals 64 because 30 plus 30 equals 60, so the 30 was the 3 in front of the 2 and the 2 and the other 2 are the extra, so it will be 64. So because like 30 and 30 equals 60, and the 2 more equals 4, so it's 64.
Questions?
I'm kind of confused in your strategy.
So like what we did was like 30 and 30, right? Like 32 equals 32. 30 and 30 were equal to 60, and then 2 more were extra equals 64. And 4, and so it's 60, and then 4, it was 64. Like that.
How did you get 32?
That's what I was wondering too. I'm like, where did 32 come from?
Because the black ones were 32 and the white ones were 30.
How did you figure out the black ones? Did you count by?
We counted the fours in each row. We counted by 4s in each row.
Ah, so you noticed.
So there was each color in for each color that was 4 in each row.
So you notice the pattern inside here. Oh, this one. Did anyone else notice that pattern? So can you say that again, Navjot?
So over there, there was 4 in each row. Each color was in each row. There was 4.
It's okay. Just a water bottle.
There's kind of like 4 in each row. Each color was in each row. So we counted by 4s, each of the colors. So we got 32 of both of them, and we plus 32 and 32. That equals 64.
Four in each row of each color. So and how many rows did you end up having? How many rows were down here?
8.
8. So you said 4, and you added 4 8 times?
Yeah.
Is that what you did, or I don't want to put words in your mouth? Is that what you did?
Yeah. Yes.
So you said 4, 8,
Yeah.
12.
16.
Okay. So you counted by. Eight, and then you said, oh, that's 32 plus 32 very much, girls. How is this different than the strategy above? How is that different than the strategy above? When you talk to a partner or someone next to you, I don't care who. How is that different?
Like they never even combine in it. Only use adding by two or like that.
Okay, 3, 2, 1. What differences do you see? Amrita?
So for the top one, they're only like adding by twos and twos, but for the bottom one, they're like grouping and they're saying by fours.
They're starting to see, I mean, as much as you are seeing groups of 2, again, is 2 an efficient way of looking at things?
No.
Just one step above ones, right? So we're starting to see groups of 4, and then how many groups of 4 we see. Whereas this one here, what are we doing every time? Am I seeing how many groups of 2s I have?
No.
What am I just doing with those groups of 2s? Great.
Counting.
I'm just counting. 2, 4, 6, 8, and I keep going. It's almost as fast as saying 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Whereas Navjot and Manroop started to see, oh, there's 4. I see 4 there. Okay, I can go 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, and I can count by with groups. There's a big difference here, grouping 2s together and just counting. Here I'm counting with my groups. It's a little bit faster, and this is where I want to see grade 2s to be at.
Okay.
This is where I think grade 2 should be at, is counting by that.
Would counting by fives help?
If they're, don't just find groups for the sake of finding groups in there. Find things that make sense in patterns. So in this one, 4 made sense. 5 might.
If you go like 2, 4, and then the 5.
You could. It just makes it
that
awkward
become-
because it's not in the same row.
But that'd be confusing.
It might be. If it works for you, I'm not going to say. Okay, I want you to do one more group because I think this one, in the end, was the fastest group. And I loved how, in the end, they just said something. Ignore this part. I think they were just trying to find things in the end. So, Garit and Manjot, why don't you come up? What did you end up doing?
First, we went to the screen and I made a rough copy in the corner. So then I saw like it says keep on going down. So I'm making like a 16 all the way. Then I took all the 10s and then added,
Complicated.
and then I added them of 1 and then that'll make 50. Then I added all the 6 up and then that made like 64. And so if we like take it up for half, it will make 32 white and 32 black.
Okay, so you counted first. What did you see? What did you see first? Talk to them, not me.
So what we saw first was like, first we counted how many were in a row. So first we saw how many were in a row. So like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then we saw how many were in a column. 8. So then we thought what 8 times 8 was. So then we counted by 8 and to get 64. So then we figured out that we needed 64 chess pieces. And we knew that a double of 64 was 32, so we needed
64 is 32.
half of 64 is 32. So we needed 32 black pieces and 32 white pieces.
And I love what you said. You said, I saw a row of 8 and a column of 8, so I just added 8 8 times. Or 8 times 8. 64. Done!
Ah!
Okay, thank you very much. Alright, well, where's the applause for that one? Thank you. There we go. You appreciate our fellow friends, right? No matter what. Okay, so I have a question for you then. We just did a whole debrief, right? Did we not? Okay. Debrief, we talked about things.
It's like we were doing
So-
something in a game.
What was our learning goal? What do you think we learned here? Samima? About adding and subtracting? Oh, okay, so we learned about, and what did we learn about multiplying? Pardon? Multiplying is grouping. Okay, what else did you learn? What else? Ivreet? Yeah, and what about adding? You just learned how to add? Did we learn how to add in anything here? We did? Is it the whole point? Was that the whole point of our learning? Why don't you talk to someone next to you? What was our learning? What was our learning goal? Okay, 1, 2, 3. So what was our learning goal then? What was the learning goal? To learn how to make groups.
Like 2, 4, 6, 6.
Ah, so like 2s or 4s.
Like find an easier way to get the answer.
Ah, efficient ways to what?
To find the answer.
Find the answer, so anything. Find the answer, the number's 24.
Find the answer.
Find the answer of life, find the answer of how we sit in chairs.
Find the answer of the array.
To, and what's the point of the array?
That's the checkers.
What, in all of this, what were we learning about? What was the big,
Grouping.
yeah, there were strategies. Big grouping, which is multiplying, to multiply. Efficient ways to multiply. And what were some of the efficient ways to multiply? What do we want to start doing?
So like, if you know your doubles, like 2 plus 2 plus 2 equals 6, make it into a multiplication sentence. So 2 times 3 equals 6.
Multiplication sentences, yeah.
I'm trying to find numbers that make sense, like over here in the chessboard, they count by 4s.
So an array, C groups, right? What strategy do you think we need to work on as a grade 2? Do we want to start just counting things?
No.
What are we trying to get to? What are we trying to aiming to, Gershon?
Grouping.
Grouping, right? Grouping versus skip, not skip counting. Yeah, skip counting. Right? I want to start doing some repeated addition. And hopefully multiply. Like, get to that point right there, right? Good job. So we have about 20 minutes left.